we are live with Composer Dome,
X.
episode ocho.
That's right. Eight. Man, coming along, isn't it?
Episode 8 already, man. We got like almost 20 hours of content so far of our Composer Dome series.
Sounds good, man. It's been fun. Looking forward to
Indeed.
more.
Indeed. So lots of music news this week.
Oh.
Yes. No, I'm just kidding. There's none. But I did make a little track. And
Yeah.
we could just dive in right
Yeah,
now.
let's start with your trackage and then I have a potentially longer topic to bring up. So
Outstanding. So, I'll have to do the
is
thing.
Ascend the best piano in your collection, by the way?
That's a really good question. I would say that it is my absolute go-to when I need to. The thing I love about Ascend is I know exactly how it's supposed to sound. So when I do play it, I know if something's wrong. And that sounds weird, but sometimes I've messed with complete and contact and whatever, and sometimes the timbre of the instrument
Mm.
will change. It's happened to me before for some technological issue, and I don't know why, but it will change the timbre like drastically. It almost sounds like lower quality sometimes, and sometimes every once in a while that happens to me. And if I need to like test my audio interface or like test my headphones or something or my audio levels, I'll jump right to that piano and I'll start
Mm.
playing and I know, oh, okay, it's not supposed to sound like that. It's supposed to sound like this.
Mm.
When I reformatted, that went away, but I had that issue back in the day a lot. And since I've just always opened up Ascend because it's just a great. You don't even need replica on it. It
Mm.
kind of has a built-in reverb. Just sounds great. So that's definitely my go-to. Close that out. So this track is it's in D, but it's in the Hijaz scale, and it's pretty loud. So and I didn't do any mixing or anything. So be forewarned. We'll see what this sounds like.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, it's actually not even really structured, really. But here's the idea so far. So basically, a little start to something that could have some
Okay.
epic vocals and string accompaniment with some epic s- chord progression with some more staccatos, some more basically a epic Arabian
Yeah.
thing. And it was fun playing with it. The drums are all by hand and stuff. And
Oh wow. Yeah, the drums sound really good.
yeah, the
Um,
you know what's funny, man, is this on its own sounds bad. This, in my opinion. So this is just me on the keyboard, duh, 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 duh. And but with this, it kind of gives it a strange. It's still not mixed good, but
Yeah, I think that those kind of hand percussion, wherever they're from, they can sound a little bit thin. So I think that the big orchestral drums sort of fill out the bottom end, you know?
indeed.
Yeah.
Um, and one other quick thing I wanted to show you is I don't know if you knew this, but I played a lot again with Playbox.
Oh yeah, Playbox is great. I absolutely
Oh
love it.
man, it's so good, dude. Yeah, man, it's really becoming an instrument I always go to play around with. But I
Hence playbox.
precisely. So did you know that they have three drum kits in here?
I did not know.
So check this out. Um, Probably could have sold that. And they're pretty grimy,
How
grimy.
what's the pattern? Is that you just playing on the
That's me just, yeah, I'm just playing around.
Okay. Yeah, that
But
sounds kind of cool.
I mean, that is loud and crazy, but when it comes to hip hop stuff,
Yeah. No,
it's not bad.
that can make it stand out. You know, I think the problem is when you're producing hip hop, at least from me, in part because I don't produce a lot of it, but like when I sometimes when I do, it all sort of starts to sound the same. So I think something like
Yeah.
that could actually help out a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I
I
tend to
mean,
use the same kind of kits, you know. So it'd be
mhm.
good to branch out. So that's really good to know.
Yeah, it blew my mind. I was just scrolling through presets and I got to that and I'm like, what the hell is this? Am I on the wrong And then I was like, oh, wow, they have a drum. Um, and then, man, dude, these chords, going down here and messing with these chords and switching the samples around for each chord. Dude, I didn't realize it actually opened my mind of a lot of different results you can get by combining chords at the same time. Like you can get
Mm.
some incredible sounds that I thought it would be more mud trying to do something like that. But when I see five, six chords going at the same time, it's kind of intense.
Yeah, I think you could do a lot with Playbox, just digging into the settings and everything, like just having that instrument. Um, is that included with a complete start?
No, I think Complete Start just has stuff like Analog Dreams and
Okay.
yeah, I think the best that it has for contact instruments is a scanner. I think it is.
Do you ever use the Contact Factory library for anything?
I don't even have it installed.
Oh
And
wow,
and,
yeah, there
and
was a 36 gigabyte update to that earlier, like that I saw.
man, the first one, the original Contact library, I had installed and I used never because the
Yeah.
sounds were atrocious. So
Hmm.
I just assumed that the Contact Factory Library 2 is just as bad. And so I didn't even.
Yeah, or at least like at this point we have much better alternatives, you know, like orchestral tools and that kind of stuff. So there's no reason to have
It,
them. Like I don't have the horns installed, for example. It's like why would I use Native Instruments horns when I've got like orchestral tools? So
yeah, man. And I was looking more into the complete stuff. So now we have complete 8 or contact 8. So in our library, now that popped up for us, now that it's out for our bundle. So that like is
w-
new.
what do you mean? You mean that
So
if we upgrade, we'd get eight
no. We have the or do you have collector's edition or ultimate?
ultimate?
Okay, I have Ultimate too. So we have the same exact library there. Um,
Okay,
and that just, I had looked on Native Access like 2 days ago, and there was a new available product, Contact 8.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. I'm gonna
they
have to
just,
look into that.
yeah, they just gave it to us. I'm
Patience
hoping
is a virtue, I guess.
Exactly. I mean, exactly. To upgrade what really looks amazing, and they do this on purpose, man. They throw out some incredible things just like
Get you hooked. Yep.
itching you to. Have you seen the Cathara instrument? It's like
Mm,
guitar soundscape slash like guitar sampled stuff. It
no, bet it's
sounds
cool though. Yeah.
incredible, man. It's like, man, I'd just get that just for Cathara.
Yeah, was it like a few $100?
Yeah, Cathar is like $200 on its
No, I
own.
mean like the total upgrade.
The total upgrade, oh, for the maximum one or for
Well,
just hours?
uh, I guess if we wanted to upgrade the collectors, or I'm sorry, the ultimate to the
Oh,
latest ultimate
yeah,
set, it's like $300, $400, something like that.
yeah. For just to get the new ultimate, it's a buck 99 for us, and if we wanted to get collector's edition, I believe is 399.
Mm. Buck
And so
99's good deal though if it's including
uh,
multiple good instruments, you know, like
yeah, if I didn't own Lores and Fables and
I don't.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
it's a really good deal for you, and you get action woodwinds. That's something that could
I'll
come in handy,
yeah, I'll look into it. Um
I'm just waiting until the sale though next year, and then I'll upgrade, get
yeah, I
half
don't know if I
off.
want to wait that long. Like you said, I mean, Fable and Lores, like not having those, it really does change the calculus for me personally, like in my situation. So,
Lores over Fables, I would say. Fables is I have only used Fables in one track since I've had Fables, and that just one track. And Lores I've used like 20, 30, 40 times, something like that.
right.
So definitely if you were going to choose one Lores, but having both for quick update, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
on that topic though, I wanted to ask
yeah,
real
yeah.
quick, and this is something that's been on my mind lately. And it's the reason that I asked about Ascend earlier. Like you're way more plugged into VSTs than I am. Is there a flagship piano VST? Price is no option. Like you just want the best of the best of the best piano experience. Like what would you turn to?
I'll go to it right now. I would probably choose and this is just from my memory right now. I would choose this just piano.
Yeah, just like the most detailed high fidelity piano VST, like no bells and whistles or anything.
One of these, let's see here. Hans Zimmer piano. There it is. This is from what I've heard. This
Are
came
you
out.
are you sharing?
Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen. 1 second.
Oh, there we go.
Let me bring that over here. Okay. So Hans Zimmer piano. It's 399. Do you want to just hear some demos, I guess? I mean, I guess that's the only thing I could show you
I
here.
guess, man, it's always just hard to tell how produced they are, Like I kind of want to. Oh, so
Sure.
it's a contact instrument. You can buy it through
Yes.
native access?
You can you buy it through Spitfire, and then you have to use their Spitfire little downloader manager dealy. Uh, I don't think I think you no, I don't think it's through native access. I'm pretty sure they're proprietary little system. So I'm pretty sure it's not NKS compatible too, but
Hmm.
it might be. Yeah, you're right. It might be more produced, but I mean, just for a quick
Sure.
little. So the reason why I say that is I've heard composers use this live on Twitch before, and I was like, oh my God, if I was gonna buy a piano library for 400 bucks, it would probably be it. But
Okay.
I don't think I've ever spent over 200 on a piano library in my entire life. So 400, I would more I'd spend 400 like my cinematic studio strings, that was 400,
Hmm.
but that's an entire string library with articulations and it's super high quality.
Yeah, piano is just so fundamental though. I think it almost like it's such a fundamental instrument that and I was looking recently into I was looking at digital pianos and just trying to kind of generally play piano more, even though I'm primarily a guitarist. And that's why I was asking about piano earlier, because the best piano I have in my library is or the Orchestral Tools cinematic piano, which I really like, but it came as a bundle. I mean, it wasn't I didn't invest, it wasn't an investment. Um,
Precisely, yeah.
yeah.
And sometimes the patches that come with bundles, you find gold and the entire bundle becomes worthless except that
Yeah.
those few patches,
Yeah,
Uh,
that bundle though is good. I mean, I also got the Vivid Strings, which was the were the strings behind the Green Forest and that kind of stuff. So, um,
so for a little, little example of this is a free without reverb. This is a free soft piano from Spitfire. Uh, Go a little higher in the octave here.
hmm.
So it's real.
Sounds kind of toyish, but
It's like kind of like, yeah, like there's a heavy compressor or something on it. You can, yeah, like so for
for getting a certain mood down, I think that's great. Yeah, I mean, it
yeah,
sounds
certain moods exactly.
yeah,
But for the timbre of just a piano, like a that's the thing, man. Like we have many pianos, man. We have when it comes to native instruments, we have grand
sure.
piano, we
I
have
I
the
think the native instruments pianos are awful, all of them. I mean, in my opinion, I'm totally unimpressed by them. I think native instruments really they have to get their act together as far as a piano. Like they're
I
way too big a company to have such lousy pianos, you know?
I agree. I agree. That's probably why I always just go back to Ascend. Um, but the problem with Ascend is it's just not a piano. It's like a piano, but
Yeah,
it's
it's like
not a
it's like a
piano.
cinematic instrument, piano like cinematic
It
instrument. Yeah.
it's very similar to the Inspire piano that you used to use. Remember the it kind of comes with almost like a string thing
Yeah,
with
that's what
it,
I
you
mean.
know.
That's the cinematic it's
Gotcha.
actually called the cinematic mix. Yeah, yeah. That's still my go-to piano, but it's not really a piano per se. I mean, it was what I used on Silver Rush, remember?
And that sounds good. Silver Rush,
Does. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you wouldn't know that that's a cinematic patch or something when you hear that because the piano in that's so distinct,
Hmm.
defined. But yeah, man, for a piano, it's like, and honestly, there's a so one of 1928 Steinberg. There's this piano here that I believe also has uh, naked version, so we don't have to, hear the produced version of this. But for piano, we're back to this, but Sound Paint Steinway. This is Niels Foman's new company, and this was originally 8Dio. So this is actually 8Dio, but this is just their new brand spinoff. This is free, but you
Okay.
have to let's see if there's any naked in here. Solo. Okay, see how it says mixed or
Right.
solo?
Hmm.
So yeah, we can tell. Let's see what this sounds like. Very soft so far.
Well, it sounds beautiful.
Suppose so this engine, the Sound Paint engine, is the first real-time sample library available. I don't know why more people are not like, wow, that's amazing. But I think it's because 8DO totally shit on their own customer base by switching to this method of virtual instrument distribution. Because they used to have like you could become a part of 8DO's VIP thing, which I was a part of, and then they just completely negated it and used to get like free stuff and good deals and stuff, and then they completely ripped that away and then came up with Sound Paint. So, and then Sound Paint really hasn't blown up as much as I thought, but yeah, it sounds good. I have not personally tried it, just due to having to utilize another engine.
Yeah,
Um,
that's not,
it,
that's annoying for sure. So it would be something like another sign player that
Sign
you'd have to deal with.
precisely, but that's the same case if you go with
Spitfire.
Spitfire Audio, you know?
Yeah, well, free versus $400 is certainly,
Exactly,
you know,
exactly.
good argument to be made there. It sounds good. I like the sound a lot.
Yeah, I mean, might as well try it out. There's actually a few free instruments on this thing that do utilize that Sound Paint engine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind paying for it either if it's good. So yeah, I'll look. I mean, I thought ADO stuff was pretty good, especially their choir.
Yeah, see, look at this. They have all these free instruments here. Ambient guitars.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. That looks worth checking out to me. I don't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
mind an additional engine, I guess, if they're good quality.
I mean, also, if you're not minding another engine, really, some of the best stuff, as far as quality comes from Germany and best service. This website right here, I have grabbed a few VSTs from. I've probably spent like 3-4 grand here.
Holy,
Yeah, yeah, over the
really?
course of yeah, easily, over the course of the decade, like so. But this place is amazing, and you'll find libraries here that you won't find in the mainstream. Like you can't Google some of these libraries. You just find them here, and this is where to go if you want any kind of world instruments. But
Mm.
but as far as piano, they do have some pretty amazing. You know,
Well, it's interesting. I mean, speaking of Germany, I mean, my first inclination would be to go to Orchestral Tools because they're the best VST I've ever heard, like as far as strings and especially orchestral.
yeah.
And I have a couple pianos from them, including in the Inspire, and that they're nothing to write home about, which is weird because yeah, my expectations for Orchestral Tool stuff is really high because they do incredible work. So
So we could do a quick if there's a little demo here or something. Uh, and I've also noticed that a lot of, let's see if there's any naked. Okay, yeah, dry. Yeah, it's too electronic. Um,
yeah, I actually really like that 1928
yeah,
Steinway. That was cool.
that sounded the best so far.
Yeah.
The most real. It sounded the most real.
Real and it had a little bit of character to it that I liked. So yeah.
Yeah, might as well try that out. Uh,
Yeah, I'm gonna leave myself a note. That was sound paint, right?
Sound paint. Yep. And the the latest piano thing that I showed last week, I think, was this thing. I wish this had just notes,
Oh yeah, that's that arpeggiator thing. Yep.
just arpeggiator, but
Preparato.
yeah, it would be great if you could actually play notes though. Like there's no patch that you can just play
Well,
keys.
the thing I've been thinking about, the thing I've been thinking about lately is, um, you know, once I learned to, I kind of hit a plateau with guitar playing, and once I learned how to read sheet music for the guitar, once I learned how to do that, it made me a much better guitarist because then all of a sudden I was playing music, classical music, and from basically any music I wanted to play at that point. So it really made me a much better guitarist. And I'm thinking like, man, I really should do the same thing with piano and like get better at playing piano. So that's why that's kind of where my mind's been. Because I'm a poor piano player, to be honest. Uh, yeah, so I'm thinking like actually like just sitting like I do with guitar, like just sit down and play scales and like actually learn how to play the instrument because basically
And
I just use it for noodling and for composing, but not for playing like ever. So
and another psychological thing is if your brain at any time while you're playing says this isn't real, this doesn't sound real, then
mm,
you're not gonna feel that anything compared to what you're feeling when you're playing a tactile guitar in your hands. You could
yeah,
hear
yeah.
it. If those sounds and samples aren't like convincing you, you're not gonna want to dive in too far, right?
Yeah, I mean, I use the keyboard as a vehicle to get MIDI notes into a DAW, and that's basically it. Like, I don't treat it like it's a performance type instrument at all. But on the other hand, it would be difficult for me to do so. Like, even when I used to have a good Yamaha weighted key, stand-up digital
Oh yeah.
piano, And still, while playing it, I was like, this isn't real. You know, like it's totally different than playing the guitar. And I'm not going to get like a real piano, obviously. So I think it's
That's
difficult, but
so there's and there's a that's an it's an interesting topic because
mm,
people that perform live and have like $6,000 Tritons and
yeah, right.
whatever kind of like
The
crazy.
workstations, yeah.
Right. Now, some of the crazy part is some of those instruments that they're using are like proprietary sampled instruments, that they're using for that machine, that like you can't just buy a VST or buy that keyboard and all of a sudden you could play that thing. I think there's a lot of customizing that you could take advantage of, especially now. So what I mean is like if if you found a timbre of piano that had some like part of it, like okay, for instance, that soft piano,
Mm,
and you combined it with another piano that was a little lighter and maybe messed around with it, I bet you can get a timbre that would sound really, really well, but not necessarily exactly precisely how it was recorded, but you can get the mixing really nice,
yeah.
combining it as well as just using a single piano. I think there's a lot of mixing that goes on with pianos when it comes to DAW stuff that is not really too well discussed in the music community. Because sometimes I hear a piano in a track and it sounds horrible. Sometimes it sounds great. And I think it's just how the piano is mixed. Like
Prepared, yeah.
you can have a bad timbre piano, something that sounds bad, but you can use it in a way that makes it sound great. If you have a little rap hook and you do and whatever that is, like you can use that for whatever style. But if you're going to write a classical piece of music, you would never want that piano. So
Yeah.
yeah, finding a hard piano is or good piano is hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally agree.
Ascend, man. That's where I go, man. I just
Yeah,
for
I'm
t
gonna look into. Maybe next weekend we can do a live 1928 demo, and I'll have it up. I'm kind of I'm very intrigued by that, so we'll see.
hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was the little thing. I've been messing around with some other little bit of cyberpunk stuff, but nothing crazy. Do you want to jump into what you Oh wait, no, you just had the piano talks, right? You didn't have a track to share or anything, right?
I kind of do. It's not a
Okay.
track, but I do have a topic to bring up,
Excellent.
which
Excellent.
is I've been thinking a lot more about recording techniques. And so actually earlier today I did a recording shootout where okay, so I recorded one guitar piece that's quite short on a Shure SM57. Or excuse me. Actually, that's wrong. I recorded one on a Shure SM81 with just a single mic. I recorded another take of the exact same piece with these two in an XY configuration. So stereo recording with these two mics, which is a bit unconventional. We'll get into that. And then I just recorded the exact same thing with the Boss BR80, which is just like a field recorder, which has stereo mics in the front. And so I wanted to do a comparison in between them and see how they turned out. And part of the reason I'm doing this is because I'm considering investing in a good pair of mics, basically, like a good pair of match stereo mics.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, that's part of I've been researching mics this week, so that's the reason. But let's hop in
All right.
and we can review this. Share sound. Do. All right. All right, sir. Do you
All
see
righty.
logic?
Yes, sir.
And do you hear that?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, cool. So this is the SM81 in mono. Okay.
Okay.
And that channel has just a little bit of EQ on it, which is just acoustic guitar, Logic's acoustic guitar EQ. So it's
Just
just
and just out of curiosity,
mhm.
uh, c- can you click the little circle next to input on your channel strip on the bottom left area?
This
Yeah,
thing right
that.
here.
Yeah, and I just want to hear what that sounds like.
I think it's the same, right?
Yeah, can you A/B it real quick? Just yeah.
It does seem
It
to give it a
changes.
little bit.
It
It does
gives
seem to
it
give it a little bit of
presence, presence,
stereo
or
width and
image.
presence. Yeah.
I
Yeah, it's
think it's going
interesting.
left and right. It's mimicking stereo. That's
It
what that
is.
button. Yeah.
That's
So
pretty that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's interesting though, because when I listen to the SM81 just by itself, I don't think that the sound is particularly good personally, but it it doesn't sound like it's not all in one ear, you know, like it
sure,
does
sure.
sound like it has a stereo presence, despite the fact that it was recorded with just one
Mono.
microphone pointed
Right.
at the roughly where the mm, roughly where the neck meets the body of the guitar. That's about where I pointed it.
Okay. So I got
Um,
this in my head. I got this audio file in my head. You want to solo another iteration here?
yeah, I'm gonna turn that off because now we're going into true stereo. So
Gotcha.
this is two mono channels. The SM57 is up here. The 81 is here. Oh, it's gonna be a bit louder too, obviously, so be
Hmm.
careful. So obviously a lot more presence in the high end, and I think yeah, the reason is that that second mic is in an XY configuration. So one of them is pointing towards the body, which gets a lot more of the boomy and bass. The other mic is pointing towards the soundboard, or I'm sorry, uh the fretboard. So it's getting a lot more of the high end and sparkle
And
coming off it.
can you solo audio one from like 67 for a few seconds and then solo audio two? Okay. 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 So check this out. Um, and one last quick thing on the audio two, can you hit that little circle button for the input? Last little test here.
Audio 2 specifically, like
Yep.
just audio
Yep.
2. Okay.
And then let's hear. And then A/B at one time, please.
Do you mean turning this?
Yes. Yeah. While it's playing.
Oh, okay.
You had both playing at the same time. Can you just solo audio two?
Oh, that
Oh
made it
yeah, yeah,
clip.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That made it
Well,
clip.
well, it made a clip just because you were changing it at that time. But dude, I will tell you a million times over. The audio one sounds terrible. Audio two sounds amazing. And
It's a much better mic. I mean, it's four
yeah,
times the cost. So
it is night and day, brother.
yeah.
The audio one sounds like it was recorded from an iPhone. Dead serious. It is truly, there is so
Man,
much in there.
the
There's so much. hiss in that audio one, it's crazy.
The SM 57 though is a legendary mic. Like you will hear people swear by these things. So maybe I'm not, maybe it needs a lot more EQ or something, or I'm not, using it correctly. But yeah,
Maybe it needs a dead cat on the top or something, like one of those thing, a muffler or something. Because
yeah.
I mean, I can like if you put an EQ and then boost the high end and then solo the audio one and two, you're gonna go like the hiss and the gain is so incredibly loud on audio one, comparatively to the first thing that you played and then audio two.
Mm.
So that hiss is what is degrading the entire quality of these recordings without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay, that's
Um,
okay. So let's explore that though.
sure. I can instantly hear it. It's like
Actually,
that's what it sounds like.
let's get my favorite EQ, the best EQ in the world. I absolutely love this EQ.
What do we got?
Uh,
Ozone 11 equalizer.
Neutron 3, man. I absolutely
Oh,
love this thing. It just the display is so good for me. It's so intuitive. Well, right now it's active and I don't want it to be. So, 1 second. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Okay. Okay. So, if we also put one of those maybe on two. I don't know. I'm trying to see if we could see that hiss, like
so I
where it
think
is.
the yellow, if you boost that straight up, I believe that's closer to where we're hearing that hiss. It might be the green, but okay. Try the green one instead.
Really, so maybe low mids, huh?
It might be, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll tell you right when it. Interesting. Can you go lower
Yeah.
and then maybe just boost that up a little higher so we can really
Yeah.
hear the difference?
A little bit more. Okay.
I don't think that's doing anything, man. It's not even affecting the audio.
Ha! That's because I had it on the wrong channel. Whoops. Sorry about that. Don't
I was like,
worry.
am I going crazy here?
I'm just not I'm not totally used to Logic's
Yeah, I
setup
never
yet.
used Neutron either, so
There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties. We'll get there.
it was right the whole time. First time.
Boom. All right. Now we switch this to, there we go. Awesome. All right, now we're good.
Yes, sir.
All right, now let's try, because I think if it's a hiss, it's probably up here rather than
Yeah, I
here. Yeah,
initially thought it was yellow straight up is where the hiss is, but
let's find out.
oh, oh yeah, it's right there.
Right
Go.
there. Yeah, yeah.
No, 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 red. Go to the right. Listen to it. Listen to that. Do you hear that? That's accentuating what I'm hearing for the whole track.
Okay.
That
Okay, I do hear it. It's for me personally, and
here.
you have much better ears than I do,
But
but it's a really subtle, but I do hear
wait.
it.
Okay, here's the trick. take the blue and the red and move that all the way down so the only thing we can hear is the higher end. Yeah, yeah. Just drag that all the way down and then widen them out. Yes. Okay. This will give us a much Do you hear the tss now? The
I wonder if that's just an inherent noise in the microphone itself, right? Because it's not
it's the
present
gain.
in it.
It's the gain.
Oh, okay. So that brings us on to topic number, 4 or whatever. Um, okay, so the difference between these mics, there are many. Like I said, like this is a condenser mic. This is a dynamic mic. So the problem is, and I'm using the Motu 828, which has pretty good preamps, for mics, to be honest. But I had to crank in order to get this as loud as this, I had to crank the gain all the way up for this, which is probably producing that hiss.
That's
Yeah.
the issue. That is the number one issue. That
Okay.
it's the classic, too much ambient noise, not enough you know,
So condenser mics are the way to go, 100%. Because with that mic, the condenser mic with phantom power, I had it at like 50 dB or something, or 45 or something like that, and I was getting a pretty good clean signal that I could tell. So
yeah, I wish there was some type of VST tracker or something where you could like hear the gain in a track or an audio file because it's crazy because I have done the tests on these headphones and then my white like crappy gaming headphones and then I've listened to it on the my iMac speakers. I've tried studio monitors uh and I can hear the hiss the most with these bad boys every time.
man,
It's
yeah.
almost like a
Well,
little like indicator of like I have to throw these on if I really need to hear something.
those are AKGs,
Yep, AKGs. Yep. Um, it was just the closest that I could find to the old school AKGs that had a better components inside.
right?
Yeah. So, and
Right.
they're louder, much louder than the old school AKGs. Those things
Yeah,
were
they were
so.
quiet. And my problem with them, I have a pair sitting around. I
Yeah, I
could
still have
bear
mine. I still have mine.
Well, I could barely use them in here because they're partially open. So if Jane's cooking or something, or like if the air conditioner's running, I can't hear music. Like so.
Dude, remember using those on the boat
Oh,
on the
that was
ship?
such a bad
Oh
choice, man. It
my
was a
God,
terrible choice.
you
Like we
could
should have.
barely hear tracks. You could barely. We had to boost the volume of everything just to be able to hear the stuff.
Yeah, and
That was
they have a
hilarious.
really high impedance. So
Yep, yep. My buddy Damien, he still has a pair of those too, man. They were the top of their things for when you really needed to hear a non-bassy track and you wanted to get a real good picture of the flatness of a track.
well, they have excellent because they're so open. The downside is you can hear a bunch of outside stuff, but the good part of it is that the stereo image is brilliant with them. I mean,
Yeah.
they really have a gorgeous stereo image, and the bass isn't really pronounced, but it's really clean and
Oh yeah.
clear. So I
Yeah,
have a lot of good things to say about the AKGs, but yeah,
you can
they
mix bass with those actually sometimes better than something with a better bass response just because you can it's not going to overblow your ears. You can actually
right.
mix like mixing bass on beats. Imagine that. I mean, people
Yeah,
do it, but
and that's another thing, like those really closed headphones, they contribute to ear fatigue too after time. So
sure, ear
like,
fatigue, and I still can't believe people put earbuds into their ear canals. I
never
cannot
ever
believe
never
people.
use them. Yeah, I don't
I
do
have
that.
back in the day when I was a kid, like I would have
Oh yeah, I did
earbuds
too.
all the time, but and
Yeah.
cranking it like to the max. But it
Yeah.
is like 10 times worse than just having a normal pair of headphones because it's in your ear canal. Those
Yeah.
cilias never grow back.
I lost enough hearing in the Navy, so I don't need any more.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this
Now
is what is this one? This is the third mic, right?
this is the BR80. So this is the field recorder.
Mm.
So this is just, and
That has a video in it
no, it
camera.
doesn't. I just record the video for fun.
Oh, okay.
I have this camera, so I just set up the camera and then I put the BR80 like right in front of me and then just played. So
Got it.
Um, and this should
I can't hear anything. Oh, okay, I see. Now I can. So it still has a considerable amount of gain, but it is much better than Audio 1, but still Audio 2 takes the cake without a doubt.
as far as quality. Yeah.
Quality is unmatched comparatively to the others.
Okay. Yeah, I think, well, I appreciate your feedback there because, it's somewhat what I expected, which is Audio 2 is the most expensive mic. It's the best one. So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't even see why you would need another mic. Audio 2 sounds fantastic. I don't
yeah,
know
I
why
know,
you would.
but if I had another condenser mic, that would be two
Mm,
of these and give a totally full sound with that level of quality. So I think that would be the best of all possible worlds. Like,
that and yes, so you would have a better bass response for your
much better.
tracks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's unquestionable that's, better. So that's it. That's it. I mean
Okay. Cool.
that's
It's
that's
funny
crazy
because
that
the
yeah,
BR80, you've singled out the BR80 before as the
as the
best,
best.
but I think I was recording with the SM57 at that time, so that makes sense.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, so I
Okay.
mean, yeah, I mean that's amazing. So what mic again was that exactly? The so anyone watching?
Audio 2?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. For anyone watching, it's a Shure SM81, which is an absolute industry standard instrument condenser mic. So it's been used for decades. You've heard it on a ton of albums for sure. I mean, it's been used absolutely everywhere. Um,
And you got that on Sweetwater?
I think I got it. I mean, you of course can, and I would highly recommend it. Sweetwater is amazing. I think I bought it directly from Shure though. You can do that
Gotcha.
as well. Really fast shipping from them too. But yeah, always support Sweetwater. They're amazing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, if I'm going to buy, I might invest in like a stereo, like a match stereo pair though, and just get good ones and just like skip it and ship it. Just forget about it, and I'll just have them forever because I want to record more guitar, and so I think
Mm.
it's worth an investment. So I'm looking at a pair of Neumanns, but we'll see.
And another great thing, having a excellent recording setup is really useful if you ever need to make some Foley. If you need to, have a marble rolling down the track for your video game, and you could just literally get a marble, roll it on. You have amazing mics that will pick up all the rolling sounds that you could do a lot of things that you can't just do in the box.
Yeah, I think mostly they use shotgun mics, I believe.
Shotgun
For
mics. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think of
it's a type of mic. I think it's usually what is used for Foley.
interesting.
Sometimes field recorders, it depends, because if you're outside, you want like crunching leaves or something like that. But
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I've never done Foley recording, but I think that's the way they usually go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could get some good Foley recording just from like an iPhone. I've heard some pretty crazy stuff.
Right.
Uh, but like, yeah, more or less the videos that I've seen of Foley is a guy with like, three or four microphones all pointed down at the thing or whatever, and
Hmm.
then he has the, saw that he's doing the crazy thing with or whatever, uh, and then that sound is not even like mixed and changed, or it's like the volume levels, but the actual sound of the Foley is like what they use. They don't even like change. I would assume that they would mix the sound of the Foley better, but all of the mixing and everything comes with the recording. Like you put all of that forethought into the recording, not
Yeah.
after. It's pretty crazy how
Yeah, that
Foley.
makes sense. You want it to be as raw and natural as possible. So yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting art of I watched a dude score like a 60-second video live doing Foley with different things on the table, and it
Mm.
was amazing. I was like, holy crap, like yeah.
Another really cool thing is like sound design for Hollywood and stuff like that. Like Jane was telling me that, she read an article or something about for a Godzilla movie, they were designing the roar of Godzilla and they combined like all these different animal roars together and
Yeah, that's
there's
crazy.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Or like frying up some chicken sounds exactly like rain.
Mm.
So supposedly they use that in Foley too, just fry some chicken for rain scenes.
Interesting.
But yeah, man. Uh yeah, so should we do we have any more music inquiries
No,
or
that does it. Unfortunately, you're gonna make me spend a bunch of money on microphones, but it is what it is.
can't lie, man. I can't say that that doesn't sound the best. In,
Yeah.
in, in my wholehearted opinion, I don't even think you need another mic. You put that thing right in the middle instead of a little higher, and you just put it right dead set in the middle of your recording so you can get both the best worlds. And that might be the best position. Not
Okay,
technically, but
so single mic, there's actually a lot to be said for that because it's way easier to record with a single mic because you're not worried about two. It's just easier
you
to
can
set
move
up.
around a little bit
Yeah,
more.
you have less cables and stuff. So yeah, if I could get like a maybe like one really, really good condenser mic and just point it right at the neck. Maybe that would be because then, yeah, I mean, stereo is a pain. And then, like, if you don't do it really correctly, you could get phase issues. So, yeah.
The phase issues is what would drive me up the wall.
Well, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT what that button does exactly. Because if it's kind of like, if it's using some kind of algorithm to sort of stereoify a mono
that
signal,
that's what
I'm
it's
cool with
doing. I'm
that
pretty
as long as it
sure.
sounds good. Like, as long as it sounds good, I'm cool with it. So,
Yeah,
um,
every time I've ever recorded vocals or guitar into Logic, it's always been from a mono source
mhm.
every time. So, like back in the day, rap vocals and stuff, my buddies coming over, I would always have to switch that circle to stereo mode, or else we just have left channel
And
only.
it sounded good though.
Sound
Like,
exactly like it would if it was stereo. I would not be able
all
to tell the
right, yeah, well
difference,
that
but
you might have just saved me some money there. Like I might just get one really good mic and yeah, just roll with that and use that for vocals too in the rare occasions when I record vocals.
and
But
again, that yeah, the audio too. I'm just saying, you don't even need anything more. I mean, that's like highest quality you've had so far. So,
true.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's like I'd be surprised if you can get even higher quality than that. That would be, you
Well,
know,
and like probably the last point on this, but microphones are kind of a fascinating topic because when you say high quality in microphone speak, that's often recorded or referring to what the range is, right? So if you have a mic that goes, say that microphone goes from 20 hertz to 20K, and you have another mic that goes from 10 hertz to 50K, it's like, oh, well, that's better. It's more sensitive. That's true. But if you're in a less than optimal recording environment, you don't want that because that's like if you're in a studio in an LA, that's great. But if you're in a bedroom, it might not be. So that's
it's
a
why these microphones are great. It's the
yeah.
same concept,
Hmm.
if these microphones picked up everything, they would sound like trash.
Right.
It would be terrible. But since they have a narrow bandwidth of frequency that they can pick
Yeah.
up, it's directly for human vocals and it's tuned
Specifically.
for that.
Yeah.
Uh, and
Yeah.
and
And it's
over
a
here, you know, you could
that's the cardioid pattern, right? Which is yeah, it
right.
takes what's going directly in front of it and rejects everything around it. And
Yeah,
that's what you
yeah,
want in a good instrument microphone as well.
yep.
Yeah, cool stuff though. I like that side of to an extent, I like the production and engineering side of, of audio, but
Yeah, I mean, I love getting and it's not, it's kind of sound design. No, it is sound design, really. When I was going through what is it called? That in When I was doing the psytrance stuff, helping out my buddy Damien, uh, I was using Vital, and Vital is just a wavetable synthesizer that you start from scratch your sound and you modify that all the way up to the point of production, all within the box of Vital. So technically, that
Mm,
is sound design. You're starting with a
sure.
sine wave and then
Deep
you're
dive
ending up with
into,
a
yeah.
kick, ending
Do you
up with a
start do you start with a saw or a sign and then go from there? Like,
yeah, and
uh,
sometimes that wow, you can really hit things that you don't find in patches normally, and yeah, but then it's also a slippery slope because there are so many parameters and so many little tweaks that if you do one little thing, you're like, what did I just do? And there's no
right.
control Z. So
Right,
that's
right.
the only issue there. But
Yeah. Well, before we dive in, I'd like to refill caffeine
yes, sir.
and
Yes,
take a
sir.
breather. So,
Same thing.
you cool with that?
Yeah. Do you want to do a, quick 5 minute and then
Yeah,
shall we reconvene?
I might be a little longer, so feel free to noodle or something. But
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
I'll
sounds
put it
good.
up the stream and start playing piano or something.
Cool. All right.
All
See
right.
ya.
Zoomed in. Let's fix this. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So,
Yes, sir. Okay.
what are you drinking on over there?
I got a little bit of Folgers coffee.
Oh, is it cold brew?
No, no. I have a coffee maker right over there.
You have a coffee
And
maker in your room?
fuck yes.
Dang, man. You're
Yeah,
you're
I'm
pretty
not.
hard. You're pretty hardcore. I didn't know you were into coffee that much.
Oh, I love coffee. And it's interesting, man. I have tried so many flavors of coffee. I've just tried so many different types of coffee. I basically drink probably like two, two, 3 cups a day max. I probably max at 3 cups. If I'm going crazy, maybe four, like insane. Uh,
How big's
but
a cup though? Like what you have in your hand? Because that's a pretty big cup.
oh yeah, this is a cup right here. This is a
So
cup.
that's like you drink like a pot and a half of coffee a day then.
No, 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 no. A pot max, pot max. But the thing is, it's a pot. The pot itself will fill. Well, it's like a Poland
Six.
Spring a Poland Springs bottle and a half a Poland Springs bottle, or a little bit more than a half. It's like
Hmm.
so it's a very small pot.
Hmm.
It's not a big pot. And I've noticed that I've had big coffee machines, small coffee machine, Keurigs. Da, 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 da. I like the smaller coffee pots
Hmm.
better than the bigger coffee pots. It
Yeah.
tastes better to me. I don't know why. And the strangest thing, I've tried so many Folger or so many coffee blends, but for some reason, Folgers Classic Roast, uh,
The red
with the
bag. Yeah.
red
Yeah.
is by far, in my opinion, the most stable taste for coffee and the best in my opinion. I've had like really expensive coffees. I used to get pure organic, bulletproof, and I've tried all kinds of stuff, beans, different beans, did my own beans. Uh, but man, I don't know, just straight up Folgers. And you end up drinking a lot more coffee if it's like just I've this is a bad way to explain it, I guess, but like for instance, I still have my bulletproof ground coffee over there that is just like liquid fire, and it's super organic with you know super it's listed as being a part of the organic society thing, like a true coffee bean, because supposedly a lot of coffee companies, probably Folgers and Dunkin' Donuts,
Right.
have like mycotoxins. Have you heard about that?
No. No.
So, yeah, like different coffee companies will allow certain amounts of molds to be released for like they have a threshold of molds, and they can just release molded coffee to the public to a certain degree. And so some coffee companies take that extra level and ensure that there's zero like all the levels are just perfect before it gets packaged, which does result in way more expensive coffee.
Higher cost. Yeah.
But
Sure.
and to be honest, I would prefer the Folgers over that coffee. The actual taste and the feeling I get. Um, I feel like real coffee is a little too extreme for me. Like I kind of like
Hmm.
this bland, just Folgers, black Folgers. I never put cream or sugar in it.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. Yeah, so that's that. Didn't want to go off a tangent, but I love coffee, man.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
What about yourself?
Oh, I always drink tea. I'm
Tea.
drinking, yeah, I'm drinking some black tea. I drink like two, probably like I don't know, like 3/4 of a liter or so of it a day. I love black tea and I love matcha. I drink that like crazy. Although I'm out at the moment, but,
Ah,
yeah, I don't drink coffee. I think, if when I do drink coffee, I like dark roast, something or other, but yeah, I don't drink
sure.
coffee very often. Yeah, usually tea.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know, I've like I've said before, if I stay away from tea unless it's like after dinner or something, because for some reason my body, man, if I don't have some food in me or something, I get extremely nauseated
Oh
when I
yeah.
drink tea with on
Yeah,
an
I
empty
don't I don't
stomach.
drink it on an empty stomach either. Yeah.
But
It
even
bugs me
drinking
too.
more than one cup with a full stomach, I can feel a little bit of that
Really?
queasiness. Yeah, if I drink
That's the
more than one, and
that's
I drink black tea if I drink tea as well, black or green tea. Actually, I like green tea more, but I just drink black because we get the big, you know, boxes of black tea.
right, right. Oh, all right. Shall we consult the oracle?
Let's consult the oracle. I guess Barros is sleeping today. He had a rough night last night, so
All right, if he gets selected as the selector, we'll just roll again, I guess.
yes, yes.
Uh-oh, we got spared dance music. All right.
Damn.
Yeah, no, that would have been that would have benefited you for sure.
Wow.
Wow.
We got lucky again.
Yeah,
I
biography
kind
though.
of like this is one of the best parts of the stream right here. This little gamble part. I like this. Oh,
Comedy.
all right. Oh, okay. All right.
This should
Comedy.
be interesting. We've never had this before. And like as discussed, and I think this is kind of an interesting topic. The genres are for the video, not for the music. So just to reiterate that.
Yes. Yes. And so you might get a but doesn't the video kind of have to match the genre though?
No, no, it does. I'm just saying that for anyone who's like just tuning in or like if we're looking for clarification ourselves, like the genres were not genres of music. They were genres of something on film, you know.
Right, right. Uh okay, so real quick, I would like to present to you the fact that now we are no longer just leeches on the pexels. We are now contributors. Uh, we have a video
What do we contribute?
that got accepted. Um, this is it right here. I filmed this a couple days ago. Birds eating on a piece of petrified wood. And so now we have contributed to the ecosphere and no longer leeches. So I thought that was
Excellent. All right, so
pretty cool thing to share.
they can't call us that anymore.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so videos, comedy. That is kind of hilarious. All right, let's see. Oh, okay.
That's a weird video.
This is actually the top for me right now. This is
That's pretty
apps.
wild.
It is kind of funny.
You could sort of choose your own adventure with that one.
Oh boy, might have we choose comedy in our selection.
Hey,
Okay.
it's part of the fun, man. You got to step outside your comfort zone,
Oh, what am I doing?
you know?
Yeah, step out of the comfort zone. You're right. Okay. Um, comedy, comedy. Oop. Oh man.
I don't know how funny that is, but
Yeah, I don't find that funny. Okay, I guess I'll do the this one.
how long is it?
18 seconds.
Wow, yeah, that's a tough one though because there isn't really a there isn't really a single theme to kind of latch onto, you know. But yeah.
Do any of these have single
Yeah, yeah,
themes?
like
You know,
some of
it's
them
like
you could use some of them you could do like whimsical music, like the two puppets or something like that. Like you could do childish music or something like that. But with that one, I don't it doesn't really say anything. I'm not saying don't choose it. I'm just saying it's gonna be like a challenging one to do.
okay, so this is 18 seconds too. Um
No, no, like I said, I wasn't saying not to choose
no,
the first
yeah,
one.
yeah, I
It's just it's gonna be an interesting composition because it doesn't yeah. In fact, it might be good to choose it for that reason. It's gonna be a tough one though.
yeah, these are they're long, man.
No, the first one was good though.
I could see how long is this? 8 seconds. I could see
You're the decider, but I wasn't trying to discourage us out of the first one. Just remarking that it would be an interesting choice because it's
okay. That was up here, right?
it was the first one. Yeah,
Wait, which one
that
exactly?
one with the TV, the top
Oh,
left.
this guy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Here we go.
Okay. Man carrying TV it is.
My video seems to be lagging too for some reason now. Interesting. All right, so we will stop sharing there. Lag like crazy there. Bless you, sir.
Excuse me. Hope that wasn't too loud. Okay. Down the low ads. All right. Go to logic.
Gonna switch over my stuff. Now for the timer. Okay.
All
Uh
right.
ready when you are, sir.
I'm ready.
Okay. Composer Dome. Episode 8 begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Composer Dome.
Composer.
Yeah. Here we go. I gotta switch
Oh.
that timer sound. That I can switch the timer sound. I gotta switch
Oh,
that to
can you?
I got
Oh my gosh,
Beethoven.
man. This is the
Uh,
most insane thing I've ever made. It's so weird.
I hate Composer Dome now, moving forward, dude. So I spend 99.9% of my time trying to find the best sounds that I can.
Sure.
For this, trying to find the shittiest sounds I possibly can is a fucking nightmare, man. It's impossible because my brain is wired to only know the
Find
best of the best,
good
the
quality
best of the
stuff.
best, the best of the best.
So
When
you
I'm,
spent most of the time cycling through
I have
presets,
one
like,
track. I have one track.
okay.
I cycled through presets the entire time. Yeah,
Well,
you're exactly right.
what were you trying to do?
Quirky, dumb shit. That's
Quirky, dumb.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I
exactly.
went
Just
for like bad acid trip.
okay, okay. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, I guess that's what it is. If you really look at the video, somebody's having a bad time. I mean, the guy looks like he's having a good time, but he's
Yeah, but
not really.
it's because he's insane and
I
he
like
lost his
that.
mind like a couple weeks ago and
I did more of a, from what I did do, I did more of a guy, just a crazy person, not on drugs, but just a crazy person jamming in his crazy room
okay,
to
but
some
you
weird
only have
music.
one track though.
Two tracks, sorry. Well, I have one MIDI track and then I have a sequence track.
All
So
right, you want to go first?
yeah, might as well. I mean,
Or-
let me switch over my audio now. By the way,
Oh yeah, I
last
forgot.
week, I, every time I open that project now, just switch over the audio. Every time I open that hip hop video project, it indefinitely loops. I can't even play the thing without
Wow,
sharing or anything. It
that is a
corrupted that
messed up.
file,
Yeah. So
zoomed it something.
you had to start a new template.
I always start new,
Mm.
but yeah, that specific project with the video is toast. Okay, let me share here. Man, this thing.
I knew it was going to be an interesting one.
So yeah, and oh my god, I had complete issues too. So my when I loaded a new instrument, I didn't have control over my keyboard anymore. Has that ever happened to you? Like you load an instrument and
Yeah,
then,
that happened to me
dude,
this time actually. And I tried to reload complete like three times
uh,
on that track and then I just said screw it and I went to the next track and just
look,
that worked fine. So
look at this. That's why I have so many tracks. That same thing happened to me, and I kept trying
that is
to,
so weird
yeah,
that it's so
and it
weird it happened at the same time. Yeah.
and it was so frustrating. I was just like, whatever, dude. Okay, here we go. This is the masterpiece we've all been waiting for.
Well, let's hear it.
It'll be nominated. Oh wait, it's the the thing's not the main. It's not even triggering.
Oh,
Oh, it'd
too
be.
bad. Too bad.
I mean, it's track 01. Okay. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
magically. It is what it is, yo. Yeah, dumb
I
music
mean,
for a dumb
no,
video.
it has a vibe to it. You know, you kind of captured that sort of, I don't know, almost, I don't know. It's difficult to
It's
describe
slightly
it.
weird, and that's the only thing that kind of helps it is the slight weird, but
Yeah, but the thing about this video is that it's so weird because like there's handcuffs hanging off the chain and stuff. Like it's a really
oh wow,
weird
I didn't
scene.
even notice that. That's a good one. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this guy's a psycho. This guy is completely sober too, man. This is just this is his living room in a
It's just him. Oh. Okay.
serial
Yeah. Yeah.
killer.
I hmm. It's yeah. It's hard to describe the sort of vibe that you created, but I get it. Like it works.
Yeah, it's like I the closest thing that I was focusing in on this video. I know there's a lot going on here, but I was looking at the TV screen static in the background, and
Hmm.
that's what I was trying to.
What?
I was trying to, you know.
Yeah, it's funny
Copy.
too because they're kind of old-fashioned TVs. So your track has a kind of late '90s or '90s vibe to it almost,
Electronic style.
So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I get it. Yeah,
All right, let's hear yours, man. I'm excited to hear this bad
mine
trip. Uh,
mine's yeah. It's
go
one of
on.
the. It's a weird one. I'm not. Yeah.
Not saving that thing. Yeah, comedy is a whew,
Tough one.
interesting one. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying now. It's a like a subtle psycho, like
Yeah.
a like, hey, everything's fine, man.
Everything's
Everything's
good.
great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. You want to come over? And then you come
Yeah.
over and there's like
I've got
blood
newspapers
everywhere
and
and
TVs and chains and handcuffs.
okay, so you took the true psycho approach in a way because if you didn't preface that with saying bad acid trip, in my mind it would be like it seems a little too tame for the video, but it's perfect if you think it in the lens of this is a psychopath. You know what I mean? Like uh because that is, you can have really scary music or whatever, but sometimes the creepiest music is like stuff like that, like almost like little kids music, but
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, but there's something kind of off about it, like sort of
Yeah.
dissonant. And
Can
I
you
wish I
play it
could have
one more
spent.
time or
Yeah.
yeah. So is that two two play boxes and one mallet flux?
It is one playbox and mallet flux, good ears. This is I for this I had to use this instrument, the Beast.
Ah,
But the downside is, and I wish I had a little bit more time for production because I think this with a lot of reverb on it would sound cool. So that's what I would have done if I had had time. So
and,
it's
and
like
that's
totally
that
dry.
pad thing, right? Or is
Yeah,
that
it's like totally dry though.
gotcha?
Well, no, it's got some on
Has a lot of release.
mallet flux, and then this instrument.
I could tell because the kids laughing in the background.
Ah, yeah, pretty weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, Playbox comes in clutch, man.
All right.
Yeah, it's almost like, yeah, I know. I'll probably end up using, Maliflex and Playbox again. Just thinking because it's so nice to have a like a base
Well, yeah, the
thing.
problem with that track especially, I started to get nervous because I was running out of time because I had a really hard time getting patches too. And then I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I got to do some drums. And then I started thinking, okay, like what kind of like insane drums can I choose? And then like, no, 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 I don't have time for that. I'm just gonna grab one from Outflux. So I just held one note.
If after this doing this one, if I could redo this whole thing, I think I would have changed it to a heavy, crazy sounding guitar and like really just like static, brrr, like really hardcore type of crazy sounds.
Mm.
But
Mm.
yeah, goddamn. All right, well, uh, that was the first round. Composer Dome. I believe you won that because I laughed during yours and mine was just kind of, oh.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I laughed at mine too. It was pretty insane. Okay, round two.
aligning the spheres.
Barros. All right, we
Come on,
don't get to make
Barros.
rock.
Oh, no butt rock. I was ready for some butt rock.
I know you're disappointed. I'd have a hard time with that one, I think. Oh, romance again.
Man, comedy and romance.
All
Great
right.
day for a composer.
Well, I mean, they are like common video themes,
True,
I guess.
true, true, true. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Romance. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna switch over all my stuff.
Oh, if I could spell it correctly, that'd be nice.
And hopefully there's nothing bad on
Oh, yeah,
Pixels.
right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey,
Calm down there, Pixels.
this is a G-rated show here.
PG. I've thrown a few F bombs and S bombs.
Okay, that's kind of nice. Let's
They
go
are
with that.
really going at each other's hands in that one, huh? I mean, they're really going at it. Like
Is it too racy?
I too racing. I don't know. You know,
Is
yeah.
it?
I mean, I'm down for any video you choose, but there's a lot of hand action in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it might be too much. More hand action. You
Yeah.
can't go.
What is the deal with the
Whoa,
hands?
whoa, hey.
Yeah, that's not someone tuning into the stream. Hey, what is this? What the hell are these guys watching?
All right, here's
What
all right,
is
here's
this?
14 seconds. That's pretty good.
Hey, you're the selector.
Yeah, what are these two up to? Let's do that one.
All right.
What do you think?
Send the link.
Let's do that one. It looks very like Hallmark movie-esque.
Let's see here. Bam.
It's funny that insane track I made is kind of stuck in my head now.
Is it?
Yeah, bum bum. This I don't know. Kind of like it.
Okay.
Okay. Add our video. Cool.
What do you choose when you just say use 30 frames when you import the video?
Yeah, or I usually just select the first option. I haven't run into any trouble yet doing that.
Gotcha. Okay. I am almost ready.
Okay.
Switch that here. Timer. Where'd you go? Bam. Okay. Are you all set here?
Oh, wait, 1 second.
Yep.
Let me
Take your
make
time.
sure audio is okay. I got switched over. All right, good to go, sir.
Alrighty. Second segment of Composer Dome, episode 8, begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Romance.
Composer Dome. Dun, 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 dun.
That's pretty cool.
I
Good
guess
change.
that
Good
was
change.
Beethoven. We will switch that up again. Anyway, okay, so romance video complete.
Yeah.
Um, changed up the normal method, and yeah, I'm interested to hear what you have because
Okay.
I was about to go the old school, style, and then I was like, maybe I'll switch it up a little bit and let's see if it works.
Okay.
So, but by all means, sir, you are the chosen one.
Was I the selector? Yeah. Was I?
Wait, oh, was I? Am I correct? No,
I
I
think.
think you were.
Yeah, yeah, I did. I honestly I can't remember. But yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it
selected
was
this
me.
one.
It was me for sure. Uh,
Ah, I too have four tracks.
kind of a. It's a really good quality video. I will say that.
Very short, but
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I went the super traditional Hallmark movie approach. So
String piano.
strings and piano. Yeah. So I did what you were avoiding, but anyway.
I kind of did that, but I cannot hear. I think the audio switch over.
Did I forget to do that?
I'll do that right
Oh
now.
man, rookie move.
Please don't crash.
Exactly.
I
All
think the
right.
M1 chip is a little bit better with that crashing stuff, to be honest.
Hopefully.
Or when it comes to sharing Zoom stuff.
Hmm. How about now? Good. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, very Hallmark, uh, Hallmark commercial.
I I did the opposite of the last one where I went totally traditional, did not rock the boat at all.
The let's see, yeah, the end, the 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 resolution is totally just like that that feeling of like
Yeah.
Hallmark,
I th
sappy romance movie
exactly. I
chord.
well, and
Yeah,
it's a sappy video, like it's a
of
totally
course.
sappy
Yeah,
video.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, and there is a crescendo because of the high strings. So I was kind of wondering what to do with
Oh,
those. So I actually fade them in and it sounds a lot better, I think.
yeah.
I,
That's actually the thing I was
yeah.
referring to. Yeah, that's
And
actually a pretty good way to use it.
And actually, to be honest, if I were taking a little bit more time, I'd terminate that note sooner. So there's even more of a kind of moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, super traditional. Man, for me, with writing sappy music like this, D major all the way. It's my always my go-to. It's
I did E major,
Hmm.
so not too far off.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I don't know, for what it is, I'm actually pretty happy with it. It came together really
Yeah, I mean,
well.
it definitely fits. It definitely is instant Hallmark. Dun, dun, and even the simple piano, dun 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 dun.
Bum, bum,
It's
bum. Yeah, yeah, very simple. Kind of gets stuck in my head though, which is cool. Bum, 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 bum.
I could see that actually, turning into a full piece or something probably.
It almost has the quality of a jingle, like a product jingle.
Yeah, at the end of a jingle, like dun dun dun
Dum,
dun,
bum, bum.
bum 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 bum.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are with our 10-second video. Here we go. Obviously couldn't cut the guitar in time because you know how it does that thing with the
Yeah.
slice it up all proper. But that
I
was the
see
gist I was trying to go
I
for.
see what you're going for. Yeah. You're definitely hitting minor chords though. I think you start on a
Oh, am
minor
I on
chord.
E? I might.
The guitar in particular is definitely hitting a minor scale.
Oh, that's what happened. This is now it's good. So it was supposed to sound like this.
That's still mostly minor scale though.
So yeah, C sharp minor is the root of
Hmm.
the of this.
Yeah, I
Uh,
definitely get what you were going for. More of like a passionate,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Like a B-roll scene in a movie showing like a pleasant time. Like when I see the video, I see the food and the picnic or the basket and
right.
stuff, and I think of like two people going out and enjoying life. The video, it's kind of romance, but it doesn't. To me personally, my view on romance, it's more like uh, a nice experience rather than a romantic type of video.
Mm.
I don't find this to be too romantic. Uh, I feel like if there's like an indoor setting with like candlelight stuff,
Yeah.
that's way more romantic in my brain.
Are you serious, Aaron? If next time I come visit you, we're in a field on a blanket
We're having
with the
sex.
would you not call that romantic?
So, I mean, I suppose I guess that is romantic if you are a female. So, in some regards, uh,
No,
but I mean,
I get what you're going for.
if I'm that
I
guy right there, I'm laying down and I'm looking for aliens, man. I'm looking for UFOs. I'm not. I'm going, dude. I got an open sky. I don't care what you're saying to me right now. I have an open sky and food right here. Come on. I don't want to. That's not romantic. That's
so okay, I have two thoughts about your track. Well, three. One, it's
okay.
really well produced, considering it was 10 minutes, of course.
Threw a master on there too.
Yeah. Um, I think that if a track like that is paired with a video like of this, it must be like a bittersweet memory, right? Because there's a touch of pathos or sadness to the music because it's like hitting mostly a minor scale. So it's almost like I'm looking back on the good times, but now she's gone, or she left me, or something like that.
I see where you could hear that from. Yeah, let me. I'll play it one more time here.
Yeah, I can't believe she's gone. It's only been 2 years, but I still think about her every day. You know,
Gu-
that's my impression.
Gutrid was my favorite.
Yeah, that's my impression. Or I think like some of those other
Yeah,
really
memory. Memorific kind of
I
feeling. I could.
or like I think that like some of those other videos we saw that were really passionate with two people like looking at each other really close up with an extremely serious look on their face. Like I think that might work for right now, but I think for a video like this, it's like probably looking back in the past is a bittersweet memory. But
I guess probably should have just stuck with strictly major. Uh, but yeah, I dabbled around and yeah. So yeah, it's like
I don't think it's bad. I think
it.
it's like I said, I think it's good. I think it's great. It's just
I
again
guess.
like we
What
talk
about
about so many times, it colors the scene so much.
what about this?
I mean the piano scale, the notes that the piano's hitting are not in a major scale, I don't think.
Yeah, like I was saying, I thought it was E major, but what happened was I somewhere along the lines unclicked the chord feature, and what happened
Oh,
was
I see.
anything that is there, you know how they don't match up on the keyboard, the actual notes in that little chord thing.
Oh
So
yeah, I don't know.
the
I don't
guitar
use
screwed
that.
me.
I don't use that. I don't use that function, but it sounds good. I mean, I'm not. It does sound good, and it is appropriate for the scene in a certain context. I guess, in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
opinion, in my opinion, at least. So
All right, should we do last one and get out of here, or were you good to go, or
no, no,
what are you
I'll do
feeling?
another
We down for another one? Hell yeah, hell yeah. Sweet. Let's get the Oracle one. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of coffee.
one. Sounds good.
See this thing? That's the size of the it's,
Okay, yeah, I see.
5 cup max. So I guess I do drink a little bit more than 3 cups. Oh well.
And drum roll. Whoa.
Looks like my Python. I was playing with Python this week. I made a simulation game of it's basically like Bannerlord where there's
Really?
characters and they live out their lives for 100 days and they collect food and eat and drink water and fight with each other and
Wow, you did that in Python?
with ChatGPT. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I use Replit, so I ran the thing in the environment right there. You don't have to like use a compiler or anything. It just compiles it right in the browser. Pretty cool.
That is. Yeah, that's crazy what you're doing with browser-based games. Pretty exciting.
It's fun.
All right, let's see if we get Barros again.
Alrighty.
Crime and man, I gotta remove him. I gotta remove him from the Python,
Yeah,
or have a different version where it's just like genre selector, Aaron and Wyatt, or something like
true. Crime. Yeah.
that.
What the hell is this genre? Family? Is that even a genre?
Yeah, family movie, like a Disney movie, really cheesy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Family movie. Right, 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 right. Okay, my bad. Um, okay.
Like maybe I don't know, a golden retriever or something, Airbud.
Airbud is honestly the first the first thing that came to my mind was that with the big dog,
Oh, Beethoven, the Saint
Beethoven. That
Bernard. Yeah.
that was the first thing that came in my head, but then Airbud is more like hip and modern for our youth. So Airbud took
Is it?
the
Wait, hold on. How
dude.
how is that
Okay,
true?
well, when I was about 13 or 12, Airbud came out.
Mm.
So you are 5 or 6 years older than me.
Yeah, I'm
So
definitely older.
I guess you were it when it came out for me. I was still like 12, and
Mm.
you're when you're 18 or 19, it's kind of um, doesn't hit the same. Bait Airbud doesn't hit the same at 18. Then anyway, okay. So I gotta kill this thing. I actually don't like saving these for some reason, unless it's like I think I've saved like 2 of these so far.
I think I've saved all of mine. I'm not sure why I do though. I mean, I doubt I'll ever revisit any of them, but except maybe the bad acid trip one.
Yeah, just listen to that on repeat. Just put it on, have next to your bed.
Totally not going crazy.
Okay, let's drag this pixels over here. And we are looking for some family.
Airbus.
Family.
And it doesn't have to be cheesy, mind you. It can be
Sure,
any
yeah.
any of these, really. I mean, it could be a family at a funeral for all I know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to worry about major if I do that. Okay, okay. There's a even a. Oh my god, dude. We're looking at photos.
Ah, okay. I didn't notice either.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Family videos. Look at that waterfall.
Slow mo. See how long this is. All right, we're doing it. Is the one. Ba-dink.
Okay.
Get in my belly. All right. Oh, I gotta switch my audio.
Man, I do not know how to handle that.
Okay. Is your audio all switched over and
Yeah, I don't have the video loaded in yet.
okay.
One second. Okay. Um, video is loaded in, and we are good to go, I think. Yep, all set.
Third iteration of Composer Dome, episode 8 in 5, 4,
Oh,
3,
three,
2,
two,
1.
one.
Composer
Composer Dome.
Dome. timer started now because I never hit start on the timer, or
Oh,
I clicked it and it didn't register. So
all right. We
it's
get extra time for this one.
9 minutes and 50 seconds of counting.
Okay.
Oh,
All
all
right.
right. Man, that extra time didn't seem to do much. Let me just
Yeah,
switch over
I
my.
was still working when the alarm went off, so.
Yeah,
Oh,
seriously, I don't. I have a track muted right now, and I'm just gonna keep it muted because it's supposed to be part of it. But I'm just switching over my audio real quick.
I was resizing a MIDI note and then it went off and I stopped. So I'm keeping it honest over here, promise. Trying to.
Yep, I'm just switching over the track. Switching on my audio. Okay, here we go. Share. All right. Well, hopefully this triggers. I was having an issue again with the modulation thing where it was sticking at zero, and you have to manually change the modulation up. I was like, damn.
By the way, I fixed that earlier.
Oh,
Um,
what's the solution?
yeah, so you can go into if you open the Complete Control app on your computer, you can go into the setting and then just disable the expression, which is what I did.
Oh, but then you can't use it anymore, right?
Yeah, I know, but I kept hitting it by accident over and over again. And I was doing that way more often than I was using it. So,
Yeah, on like finished tracks, pretty much every one of the tracks will have modulation waves in it for that extra realism. So I need it for pieces to sound realistic, you know. I
it's
just wish it wasn't such a
such a
damn hassle.
terrible design. Like
It is.
I brush over it with a sleeve and all of a sudden nothing's sounding. So it's just crazy. They made it way too sensitive. Anyway,
Uh, okay, yeah, this is the thing that I muted. This was basically the low end, I think.
why did you
Shit.
make the track so long?
Oh, it's just looped. See,
Oh, okay.
just keeps looping. Okay, here we go. Man, I didn't even get to hear it.
Can you open the video? Okay.
Yep. So pretty much, just I mean, the main gist of it is that
Can we hear it again, or can we just watch it from the beginning?
sure. Let's just have that trigger though. Okay. And that's where it's supposed to end. Not supposed to repeat after, you know. It's supposed to
Hmm.
end right on
Yeah,
that guy, but
it's a good moment.
yeah,
It
it's kind of reminded me of slightly like a Moby-ish feeling, or the
yeah.
video reminded me of Moby video, like a music video or something. So
we
that's why
we
I was like, all
we
right.
went in wildly different directions. So
We always do. I mean, actually, it's funny, man. The more we do these, the more drastically different our
you're right. We
compositions.
are diverging. It's
Yeah,
true.
it's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool. It's definitely a new. I mean, I would never I would just unless I was getting paid to do it or my buddy was like, "Please, I need this." I would never go to try to make a comedy track or I would never try to go make a biography or a romance it would always be
Yes.
like, you know.
It's
So,
part of the fun, man. Yeah.
precisely. Okay, so
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I liked it. It
simple.
very simple, but again, kind of well,
DAG basically. So D major, A minor, G major.
major. Yeah, yeah, major.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I went to wildly different. This is like a an 80s movie and he wants her to be an Olympic runner someday or something.
Oh,
It's
damn.
like-
All right, all right. I like it. I like it. That's hilarious. Okay.
but given that it's kind of overcast and stuff, I think you might have hit the mood better, but we'll see.
All right, let's get this.
That was pretty hilarious though. We good?
See.
Can you hear that? Okay.
Okay, so yours captures the movement much better, but in a different way. So you were more doing the kinetic energy of
Yeah,
this video,
exactly.
you
Yeah,
know?
running. And I
Yeah.
immediately started thinking something fast, something kind of fast paced. So, some kind of arpeggio
Do,
or an
do, do, do,
arpeggiated.
do, do,
Yeah,
do, do, do. Yeah, that's a perfect bass rhythm for footsteps, kind of a thing that just keeps booping up and in and out.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, it's like yeah, I definitely felt that '80s vibe energy. It's almost like a yeah, like you know, Mike Tyson's Punch Out,
Yeah, yeah,
the
exactly.
scene where
Yeah.
the coach
He's
is
he's
running and
jogging. Yeah, yeah,
dun
yeah.
dun dun
100%.
dun 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 dun. Dun.
I could see that. Yeah.
That's actually the theme song, right? Or wait, yeah,
I don't remember, man.
dun
It's
dun dun
been
dun.
like 36 years or something since I played that game.
Yeah, it's dun 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 dun. Anyway, who cares? Great theme song though. That is one of the all-time good Sega classics that you could just play on repeat, man. I don't
Sure.
know. Mike
Contra.
Tyson's Contra. Whew, that
Yeah.
theme is also right when you hear it, you go, "Holy crap!" That
Golden Axe, although that was for Genesis, I think, but that had a killer soundtrack. I absolutely love that
I
soundtrack.
I only own the arcade stand-up version of Golden Axe, and it was played that so much, man, in my
Oh yeah.
basement.
That was my favorite game when I was like 6 years old. I would love to just go to the arcade and play that for hours on end.
Dude,
One thing about this track though, I was really impressed. I'm consistently impressed actually by Native Instruments. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Their drums, like all the different drum sets that they include with complete,
like the 50s, 60s,
like the
70s
Abbey
stuff.
Road 80s, 50s, 60s or whatever.
That's interesting that you like those. I personally feel the same way you feel about the Native Instruments pianos as I
Well,
do those drums 60s, 70s,
I
80s
don't know.
drum sets.
I think they sound. I mean, it sounds really realistic to me, but and that's dry. That's
So
with absolutely nothing. That's just
sure. The higher end sounds nice, but to
yeah.
me the kicks just sound super flat, just like
Well, yeah, but like
i-
a
a
drum
real
set does,
kick.
yeah, a real kick does sound like that. I mean, it is just a big flat drum. So,
True,
but yeah, I
100%.
agree. It's the fidelity, and I agree with that. It is on the high end, but the high end fidelity is so good. Like the hats and the snares and everything
Sounds
sound
very realistic. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, yeah,
I haven't I mean I have honestly the timbre of the Butch Vig drums.
yeah.
I think those that timbre of the kick and the snare and the hi-hat are way more realistic or better recorded themselves, like higher quality mics maybe on them
Yeah,
were
but
used.
it is a very like it wouldn't be appropriate for this, you know, like it has a very specific sound to it that's kind of gritty, but
But there's you can go into the sampler and change the kicks or the snares, and there's
mm,
some really light light-hearted ones, or even there's some electronic stuff in there that I've made some tracks with recently actually. Just
yeah,
like you
I'm
could
a
switch out
fan.
all the samples and just
Yeah, and
oh yeah.
the gritty drums sound cool and they add a really good like a really cool character to your track, but yeah.
It is similar though. You can definitely hear Butch Vig. You're like, oh yeah, that's Butch Vig.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That too.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. Any other notes here, sir? Or we good to
Uh
go?
I think that is the final piece of today's adventure.
Boom. Agree. Good session though.
Yeah, good session, pretty good session. Three videos scored. I think so next week we should be having a dude named Jamie maybe join and
Excellent.
and we'll and it might be a little experimentation time too because uh I think he's going to be using BandLab for his. So he's going to be making music on a tablet.
I've never heard of Band Lab, but I did want to. So that's cool. Definitely on board. I did want to suggest that um maybe if we could incorporate into our template one audio track as a standard, so that myself or you even or whomever like can use an audio track. Like, I mean, one of these days I might actually set up a guitar and try to play something, you know. So,
What do you mean?
oh, like the template Logic pro project that we pull up, if we could have an audio track made already in addition to MIDI tracks.
Oh, I see. I see a template for when you record audio.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that
Gotcha.
anyone who's joining can use audio or complete control or, you know, VST instruments or whatever.
I think or at least for this dude, he's going to be uh Zoom connected on a tablet and then sharing his tablet screen for the DAW that's on the browser. I don't know. Might not. It might be a catastrophe. It might not work at all. But if it does work, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
And so it's just going to be an experiment. He might need to actually just like figure out a computer way to do it, but he's going to try with the tablet on Saturday. And if that doesn't pan out, just another musician up for music. He's a guitarist mainly, and but also dabbles with piano and making tracks and stuff. And so
So he may want to do live recording too.
exactly, I said,
Yeah.
I talked to him the other day. I was like, hey, or yesterday, I was like, hey, man, you could just record guitar for these things, you know, soft guitar or heavy guitar or however
Yeah.
you want to
I mean, you only
score
got 10
the
minutes, so it'll be a stretch. I mean, I don't know if I could pull it off, like getting a take down in 10
take and then
minutes.
and then yeah, exactly, in either record and playing it live or have a recording of it, right? So
Yeah.
that's pretty intense. I think it'd be kind of cool seeing a live thing like going at the same time of the video. That'd be kind of like next level. That'd be
Yeah.
just sit
Maybe.
back the whole 10 minutes and just
Yeah,
and then improvise right away, you know.
yeah, yeah.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. Anything else before we end today's Composer Dome?
All good. My dog is barking.
I
So I'm
can't
gonna
hear
figure
that
out
at
what that's
all.
about, and I will see you next weekend, sir.
All right, brother. Anyone watching to the future?
Thanks for
Into the
tuning
future,
in.
sir. Until next time.